football kicking off here in Week 0. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, Clemson's head coach told me before the game, this is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Tigers kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Quick toss to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right foot.
Brown wants to pass. Rush right in his face. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence. Everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And, David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt. And you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, and you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build and build and build that momentum. Getting a win against a really good team, finding out who you are, can set the tone for your season.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
You're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skilled players throwing the ball. And right now, that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make my subs? Do I go dime? Do I go nickel, right? Like, they're definitely pass happy. But the first thing I have to do is get a pass rush and make this quarterback feel uncomfortable.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. From the gun, it's Cobb. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Left side is Singleton. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He caught it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
On 4. Stop, no chance. This defensive line won the battle, and they got the football back with a 4th down stop.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Keeps it moving, it's Davidson. Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Might as well run him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Right at the line. Gets it out past the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a first down as this offense tries to put together a long drive.
And I think that was step one for this offense. You didn't want to start backed up, but you did on this first drive. Nice job getting that first down, creating a little bit more space. Now I look to see if they get back on script, maybe get aggressive and see what this offense does today.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They're going back to the ground. Hines is way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. Looks as if Clemson will have the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Cuts it upfield. It's Davidson. Can't get him to the ground. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on fourth down. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Quarterback will keep it. And they'll make the tackle for no gain, get the stop, and get the ball back.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Let's talk for a second about Auburn. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Brown will throw it. Fires to the big fella. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running inside. It's Cobb. Pass to 6. There's some, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. Holds on, Itch Davidson. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Throws for the tight end. He's got it.
You know, Clemson football is at its best when they've got that guy at the helm that can be a playmaker. And Cade Klubnik had some of those flashes, right? Like going to the college football playoff the year before. But Clemson returning back to humanity a year ago. Not a good season for them, And Jesse, they didn't go out and get the five-star commit in the portal. They didn't go out and pay a lot of money. They believe in developing it through high school and the guys they brought in.
Is it the guy, though? Because you mentioned it, David, you're so right. When they had Deshaun Watson or they had Trevor Lawrence, they were the guy. They were the guy that took this offense, took this entire team to a national championship caliber level. They were true alphas at the quarterback position, and now we're going to find out if this new guy is the guy. One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. And they can't make the connection on third down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Brown wants to pass. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Quarterback changing the play. Wants to go up top on second down. Right side, it's Cobb. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Out wide left, it's Eccles. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Just keeps slinging it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
And the Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Powers inside. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Now on second down after the short completion. Sells to fake. pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Rush is on, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll need a bunch on second down. The run to the left. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Cobb. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Fresh set of downs going up top. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Brown. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Hit as he throws. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's going for it all. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
3rd and long. Try to convert through the air. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Clemson will send the punt team out. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Kick is in the air. And they'll down this just inside the 35-yard line. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Baylor taking on the number 12 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Bears, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Trying to set the tone with the run. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Johnson. At midfield, he's got room. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Wide open downfield. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Brown will throw it. Turns it upfield.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Snap in the shotgun. Left side is Eccles. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Offense in a bunch formation. Delayed handoff. It's Cobb. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
That's why it's so important to have success on first and second down. They're running the ball on second down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up third and inches.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to make one miss. They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's...
It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And then that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the...
Snags it, and there's running room. The tag, and the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Moore. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. Third down, understanding the sticks. And what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open. He sees him. He throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the fourth down.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Brown wants to pass. Caught, it's Eccles. Breaks into the open.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you...
Intercepted to stop the threat. He'll try to take it back. And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Lost to throw on first. Caught in the backfield. It's Davidson. Quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Looking for a crease, it's Davidson. Sweet cut there. There he goes. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside. It's Cobb. Knocked down immediately. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Brown will throw it. Right side, it's Nimrod. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Making the adjustment. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Singleton. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
And the nice thing about late in the football game, when you have the lead, you kind of know the defense will get aggressive. You might get some man coverage. They get it to their receiver out wide. I love the run after the catch. He's got such playmaking ability. That's a big first down for this offense.
Out wide right, it's Eccles.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Hits inside, it's Cobb. Down he goes. Auburn lines up quickly. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. throws to the wideout. Left side, it's Nimrod. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Drops back on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Second and long here. Brown wants to pass. Right side, it's Eccles. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Into the end zone for 6. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. From inside the 15, here's the return. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. Enough to move the chains. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Look out! Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Turning it on! That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Motion from the wideout. Going to the run, it's Cobb. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away?
Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Quick give. It's Davidson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Still second down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Davidson. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive, give up some...
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Sells to run, looking to pass. Out wide left, it's Eccles. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Making the adjustment on the play. Running the red zone. It's Cobb. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be first and goal. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.